Now, in some countries, to address the financial risk, okay, to address the financial risk of the entity, they come up with this idea, the derivatives. Okay? However, too bad, walang derivatives sa Philippines. Okay? Or kung meron man, it's very limited. Not unlike ang usual na gumagawa or gumagamit ng derivatives would be the Western countries, including US and the European Union. Okay? Now, these derivatives is mainly used for risk management, security, involves third party, and the price is based on the fluctuation of assets. Okay? Now, isa-isahin natin to, no? When we talk about risk management tool, it means that if the company or an entity perceives that there would be risk involved on a transaction, they will be using derivative. Derivative would be somehow, as I've said on the first term, no? First term, na derivatives is likely it functions like an insurance. Okay. Now, security, it's because you possibly eliminate 99% of the risk. Okay. That's why you involve in derivatives. Now, third party, meaning there is an outside party. You're the entity. You have a business deal with company A. So, kanina manggagaling yung derivative contract? Is it from you or from your transaction partner? Neither. Meron kasi third party that they will assure of the transaction. Okay? Mamaya mas explain natin when we go to exchange rate. Okay? Price based on fluctuation of assets. Okay? For example, the basis of the derivatives is the stocks of PAL. Let's say PAL. Okay? Now, if you want to protect your company, passive law. Pero may mga legal may legal repercussions to. Pero lang, for simplicity, para maintindihan nyo. For example, you would want to protect the company. If the stock price of PAL, okay, fluctuates, bumaba, decreases by 20%, okay, the third party shall pay up times 10. So for example, yung sinet up mong derivative is 1 million. Okay? Pag bumaba ng 20% yung stock price ng PAL, they will pay up 10 million. Okay? Ganun yung derivatives. It's because you want to protect your asset or your company. Okay? However, possible kasi legally, you cannot do that. Okay? Kasi ang mangyayari nun, okay, times 10 yung possible kong makuha. So, ang gagawin ko, gawa na lang ako na something so yung stock price will go down or decrease. Okay? Kaya hindi pwede yung ganon. However, yung general picture natin na security, it's just like an insurance like that. Okay? Now, let's look at this further. Okay. Application of derivative. The usual application of derivative is here. Okay? Exchange rate risk, stocks, valuation, price fluctuations. Okay? Ang pinaka-common in our accounting practice would be the exchange rates risk. Okay? Now, in the near future, if you are going to engage with companies, okay, companies who deals with import and export, I am 100% sure that you would be encountering these terms, the exchange rates. Now remember, if you go back to our economics class, the world market, okay, is based on a dollar. So ibig sabihin, halos lahat ng transaction is through dollars. Okay. Now, if you are an exporter, you would want to protect that there would be no fluctuation on the currency. So for example, kasi pag exporter ka, let's say for example, our exchange rate right now is $1 is equals to 50 peso. So you would want na for every dollar na makukuha mo, 50 peso yung makukuha mo in exchange. Okay? So when we talk about $1,000, okay? $1,000, anong equivalent niyan sa peso? So i-times mo sa 50. So that's how much? That's 50,000? Tama ba? That's 50,000. Tama ba? $1,000. Ilang zero ba yun? 1, 2, 3. Tapos ang zero. 50,000. So, what you like or what you would want is that if the sale is $1,000, in exchange, no, pagdating sa Pilipinas yan, mabayaran yan, ang equivalent niya would be 50,000. Okay? What if ganito nangyari? The deal is $1,000, pero ang nangyari, naging 49 peso na lang ang exchange rate. For every dollar, 49 peso na lang. So, magkano na lang makukuha mo? That's 49,000 na lang. Okay? So, you see the difference? Okay? So, kung meron kang derivative contract, you can lessen the exposure. Okay? If there's a derivative contract, sabihin natin, okay, I want to receive $50, 50 peso per dollar, then the third party will assure that. Okay? So, kapag kunyari, tumaas naman, naging 51, wala ka na magagawa because dun sa derivative, ang i-assure niya lang is the 50. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, the risk of having exchange rates loss will be partially eliminated. Of course, kasi syempre, mawawala yung risk na magbabago yung marireceive mo. However, syempre, may presyo yon, may cost yon. Okay? Pero I think napag-aralan naman na natin sa sa economics wherein we always do cost-benefit analysis. So, kung masyadong malaki yung cost to have this benefit, then assist na lang. Huwag ka na lang mag-derivative. However, if it is substantial enough and you would be saving or you will be earning from it, then you do it so. Okay? Now, di rin nalalayo yung concept niya dun sa stocks valuation, as I've said before. However, yun nga lang, if you are the entity, you cannot do that. Kasi you are perceiving na possible bumagsak yung company mo. And being the owner or being the operator of the business it is highly probable that you can play with the results of your operation. So if that happens, then possibly magkakaroon ng fraud. Okay? May fraud 'yon kasi makikita mo yan by tracing eh. This company, they bought a derivative contract saying that if the stock price of the company will fluctuate by 20%, they will be paid by this much. Okay? Ano yung, may kita mo yung motivation doon. Okay, pag may motivation na mas malaki yung mga gain nila doon, then that accounts for possible fraud. Okay? So itong stocks valuation or dun sa derivatives, this is being done by outside entity. Okay? So for example, yung going back dun sa example natin, yung 2009 financial crisis wherein one of a financial institution or financial trader, they were worried because of the economic data being given to them by some economic researchers that the real estate industry is not doing well, or at least they have relaxed their policy on granting loans. Okay, so if they relax the policies in granting loans, then they're possible that there would be financial risk. Financial risk meaning they won't be able to be paid because of the quality of the borrower. Okay, the quality of the borrower. Kasi that time, okay lang, kahit janitor ka, ganito lang kalit yung sweldo mo, you can borrow, you can have a loan for millions of dollars if you buy a house and lot. They relax the policy. So some of the financial traders, economists, see that as a cause or a possible cause of a financial crisis. So some of them, they already engaged with derivatives that if this if the if this certain company engaged in real estate business, okay, if the stock price of this company decreases by 70% or 50%, para kang nagbe-bet eh. Pag bumaba ng 50% yan, you have to pay me 20 times of what premium I pay you. Okay? So if, for example, every month, nagbabayad ka ng $1 million. Okay, $1 million for the premium of the derivative contract. Okay? So every month, for 10 months, hindi nangyayari. Walang bumabagsak na stock price. So nangyayari, ano lang doon. Every month, nagbabayad ka. How much? 1 million. For 10 months, magkano yan? That's 10 million. Okay? Alright. Now, paano kapag kunwari times 20 yon? On the 11th month, biglang bumagsak yung share price. Okay? So, pag bumagsak yung share price, meaning, matitrigger na yung derivative contract, wherein the entity or the assuring party will be paying times 20 of the premium. So, kung 1 million yun times 20, may 20 million ka. Or kung sino man yung nag-invest doon, 20 million. Ang expense niya is 10 million. Net pa rin siya ng 10 million. Okay? Price fluctuation, almost same with exchange rate. However, I think ma-encounter mo to sa financial accounting, no? Wherein the price of a commodity can be pegged or can be fixed through the derivative contract. Okay? Almost same yung idea niya with exchange rate derivative. Okay? Now all of those, okay, derivatives is mainly created for risk management. However, in modern age, derivatives is being used as a tool, to generate profits. Okay. Now you can look at, okay, this is your activity, your activity for next to be submitted next week. Okay. Look for entities. Okay. Usually ito yung mga nagkaroon ng mga scandal before. Look for entities who engaged with derivative. Okay? Who engaged with derivative and resulted into fraud. Okay? Again, I'm gonna repeat. Look for entities. It can be international kasi wala namang derivatives dito sa Pilipinas eh. Okay? Look for entities who engaged with derivatives and possibly had fraud during those times. Okay? Just look into it, react on what happened, and try to figure out, okay, what was the lapses? Okay, what was the lapses on that part? Whether is it the lapse of the government having no regulation on the derivative, or is it really the nature of the company to defraud its holders, shareholders, and other financial people interested in the company. Okay? So with that, we conclude. Bye, guys.
Thank you po.
All right.
Bye, sir.
Yes, sir.